Hello and welcome to another episode of Maths with Mrs. Banks, where we make maths fun and easy to learn. And in this video, we're going to focus on mathematics grade 11 equations and inequalities. That is the chapter we're focusing on. And this question comes from the November 2020 question paper, which comes from the Rondebosch High School, Boys High School in Cape Town. On that note, please don't forget to click the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on more videos we upload in the future. And if you would like me to answer a question or to make a video on a specific question that you have, please contact us on the contact provided in the description box. It's a WhatsApp number that you can send your questions to, a screenshot, or the email address. Now back to the video. Let's start. Now question 1.1 goes, solve for x. And the first question is always this easy. In this question, you already have your equation factorized. So all you need to do is equate each one of the terms to 0 and solve from there. So from here, we just go x plus 5 equals to 0, or 4x minus 7 equals to 0. And solve like you would any linear equation from here onwards. So that's x equals to negative 5, or, sorry, let me fix that, or 4x equals to, take it to the right hand side, meaning that x equals to 7 over 4. And that's it. You're done with this question. Next question. The next question goes, solve for x, and this is the equation, correct to 2 decimal places. Now, whenever they tell you correct to 2 decimal places, you know immediately you will be using the formula because it will not be possible for you to factorize this trinomial easily. So to solve it, you will use the formula. So the first thing you do is you figure out what your a is, your b, and your c. A is the coefficient of x squared, b is the coefficient of x with the signs, and then the constant c equals to negative 14. And then now you take that and substitute it into the formula, that is minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac. This one is going to be provided for you in the formula sheet. However, it is helpful and quicker to learn the formula so you can easily duplicate it without much help. Now, the biggest issue people have over here is substitution. When they say substitute and you get marks for that, you must make sure that you substitute correctly. That means we substitute as given. So b is a negative 2. Now, many people just take off the brackets and just record this as positive 2. No, that is not the proper way of substitution. You will work this out, yes, but when you substitute, make sure that you do it correctly. Minus 4, a is 3, and c is negative 14. 4 times 3 times negative 14. And now, all over 2 times a is 3. So you, and now what you do is you take out your calculator and you, all right, here is the calculator. Let's take out the calculator. Common fraction button, that's the first step. Minus, open bracket, negative 2, close bracket, plus square root of, open bracket, negative 2 all squared, minus 4, open bracket, 3, close bracket, open bracket, and then that is negative 14. All right, let's just make sure there are not many gaps, so that will be negative 14. Okay, let's make sure we have to do this again because I don't want to make any mistakes. All right, plus square root of, open bracket, -2, close bracket, all squared, minus 4, open bracket, 3, close bracket, open bracket, and then -14. All right, all over 2, open bracket, 3, close bracket. And that is the correct way to substitute that. So you go equals to, and that will give you 2,519, 2,519, 2,519, or the other one. To find the other one, the other root, you simply go back and replace the plus into a minus over there and go equals to, and it will give you the other root. That is -1,852, -1,852, blah blah blah. They said correct to 2 decimal places, so let's round that correct to 2 decimal places. So that will be 2,52, and the other one will be -1,85. That's how you round that off correct to 2 decimal places, and these are your solutions. Next question goes 1.1.3. Solve this inequality. The inequality, step number 1, you factorize. So let's factorize this inequality. Okay, how we factorize now is that we find factors of 12 that when added together must give us 7, so that's 6 times 2. And then you've got 4 times 3. The combination that gives us 7 is 4 and 3. That will be plus and plus because we don't have a minus anywhere there. All right, let's remove this. Now, therefore, okay, your critical values. This is not an equation. It's an inequality, so you don't go x plus 3 equals to 0 or that. But when you're looking for critical values, that's what you do. Critical values are found as if you were solving for x, and it's an equation. This is not an equation, it's an inequality. We're looking for critical values. Those critical values are the values we would find if we were to solve this as an equation. So here are the critical values. We've got 2 of them, the -3 and 4. Now we go back to the equation. We go back to the function, the quadratic function, the parabola. A, which is the coefficient of x squared, is a positive number. So meaning that our parabola will look up. And there is where the roots will be on the line. So we line our critical values like we would on a number line, right? And now we go back, we say, okay, we're looking for where this parabola lies below the x-axis, where x is less than or equal to, lies below the x-axis. Let's see. Where it lies below the x-axis. Let's go. All right, it lies below the axis between -4 and -3. So therefore, this x squared plus 7x plus 12 is less than or equals to 0 when when x is between -4 and -3, including the endpoints. -3 on the left hand side, and that's how we solve that. Next question. One point 1.4 goes x to the power of 2 over 3 equals to 4. This one becomes very easy. It's an exponential equation. It becomes very easy because what you need to do is you must express the right hand side as a power to make your life easy. So that's 2 squared. And now you raise both sides to the power of the reciprocal, so that will be 3 over 2, and this one will be raised also to the power of 3 over 2. Now therefore these two, the exponents, multiply out. Same story over here, 2 times 3 over 2. And now notice here, the 3's and the 2's cancel out. And then over here, the 2's cancel out. So you are left with x equals to 2 to the power of 3, which is equals to 8. Therefore, x equals to 8. You don't have to, but you can check x equals to 8. Left hand side equals to, so you substitute it back into the original equation where x equals to, where we have x, that will be 8, all to the power of 2 over 3. And that is equals to 8 is 2 cubed, or raised to the power of 2 over 3. Now the 3's cancel out. Okay, that leaves you with 2 squared, which is equals to 4, which is equals to the right hand side. There is the right hand side. Therefore, x equals to 8 is the solution. Therefore, x equals to 8 is the solution. Next question. Next question, we have the third equation. Now, the third equation is very easy. First thing you do is you have all the sides in one place, and then you square both sides. Okay, square both sides. So what we do is we square both sides so we can get rid of the square root sign. X plus 5 whole squared. Now on the left hand side, that removes the square root sign. On the right hand side, we are squaring a binomial, so that will be x squared plus 2 times x times 5. If you prefer using the FOIL method, please use that. I prefer the squaring of a binomial because it makes my life easier. You don't have to use that. You can use another method, which is FOIL. Now we expand 10x plus 25. Take everything to the right hand side, so therefore 0 equals to x squared plus 10x plus 25 minus 3 plus 3x. Add like terms. That leaves us with 0 equals to x squared plus 10x. Okay, the like terms are 10x and 3. That leaves us with 13x. So that's x squared plus 13x. 25 minus 3, that is 22. Factorize. sets of brackets, x and x. Now we find factors of 22 that when added together will give us 13. 22 times 1, 11 times 2. I can already see that. The 11 times 2. So we go 11 times 2. Because when we add them together and multiply them together, they will take us back to that. Now we go equate each one of the factors. X plus 2 equals to 0, or x plus 11 equals to 0. And now you x equals to negative 2 or x equals to negative 11. And now what you do is you check. Okay, you check. Let's check. X equals to negative 2, because when you square any equation, you introduce extra solutions than extra solutions that may not be part of the answer. So we go left hand side equals to square root of 3 minus 3 times negative 2, which is equals to square root of 3 plus 6, which is square root of 9, and square root of 9 is 3. Alright, let's check the right hand side of this. Let's check the right hand side. Right hand side equals to x plus 5. That gives us negative 2 plus 5. Negative 2 plus 5 is 5 minus 2, which is equals to 3. Now the left hand side is equals to the right hand side. Therefore, x equals to negative 2 is a valid solution. Therefore, x equals to negative 2 is a valid solution. Let's check the other one. Okay, we're checking x equals to negative 11. Right, the left hand side equals to square root of 3 minus 3, negative 11, which is equals to square root of 3 plus 33, which is equals to square root of 36, and that gives us 6. Now the right hand side is equals to x plus 5. X is negative 11. Negative 11 plus 5, and that gives us negative 6. Therefore, the left hand side is not equal to the right hand side, meaning that therefore x equals to negative 11. 11 is not a solution. Therefore, x equals to negative 11 is not a solution, meaning that therefore x equals to negative 2 is the only solution. Therefore, therefore x equals to negative 2, x equals to negative 2 is the only solution. That is the only solution. All right. Next question. Next question goes, solve simultaneously for x and y in the following set of equations. Right, that. Okay, so what you do is you name this equation 1. Okay, you just assign this. Okay, let's call that equation 1. And the second one we'll call this equation 2. Let's name that equation 2. This one has already been expressed in terms of x. Let's just substitute 1 into 2. Substitute 1 into 2. Now therefore, wherever there is x, we put 2y plus 1. Therefore, 2y plus 1 all squared minus 2y plus 3, 2y plus 1 times y equals to 6. Expand. Okay, this is 2y all squared. We're squaring a binomial here. Times 2y times 1 plus 1 all squared minus 2y plus 3y times 2y plus 1 equals to 6. We just want to make this easy to follow. Now let's expand. Plus 4y plus 1 minus 2y plus 6y squared. This is 6y squared plus 3y equals to 6. Add like terms. So the y squared, 4y squared plus 6y squared, that gives us 10y squared. Therefore 10y squared, and then the 4y, the y's, okay, y and y, another y. So we have 4y minus 2y, that is 2y, plus 3y gives us 5y. And then the constants, that is 1. That's 1 equals to 6. Let's take the 6 to the left hand side. 10y squared plus 5y plus 1 minus 6 equals to 0. Therefore 10y squared plus 5y minus 5 equals to 0. Okay, divide all throughout by 5 to simplify. Therefore 2y squared plus y minus 1 equals to 0. Factorized 2y and y, 1 and 1. Okay, plus 2y minus 1. Okay, therefore equate the factors 2, 0, 2y equals to 1, or y equals to negative 1. Therefore y equals to a half, or y equals to negative 1. Okay, now we substitute this to equation 1 into x. Substitute into equation 1. Okay, for y equals to half, x becomes 2 times half plus 1. And that gives us 1 plus 1, which is equals to 2. All right, and the other one, let's set the other one. y equals to -1. For y equals to -1, x equals to 2 times -1 plus 1. And that gives us -2 plus 1. X equals to -1. All right, you can check. Take out a calculator and you go check in number 1, put 2, and see if you will get, if you put x equals to 2, see if your y will be, okay, check. X equals to 2, see if your y is going to give you that. Okay, here is where we're checking. 2 equals to 2y plus 1. 2 equals to 2y plus 1. 2 equals to 2y plus 1. Therefore, 2 minus 1 equals to 2y. Therefore, 1 equals to 2y, meaning that half equals to y. All right, it checks out. Okay, check the other one. Check the other one with this x equals to -1. Okay, in number 2, if you put x equals to -1, that will be -1 all squared minus 2y plus 3 times -1 times y equals to 6. Alright, let's see. 1 minus 2y minus 3y equals to 6 minus 5y equals to 6 minus 1 minus 5y equals to 5. Therefore, y equals to -1. It checks out too. Alright, so now we've checked both and satisfied ourselves that they are correct. We now write our final answer. Okay, I'm removing this so that I can have space to write. Not that you need to remove it. Therefore, x equals to 2 and y equals to half, or x equals 2 with y equals 2. X equals to -1 and y equals to -1. This is the solution. And that's how you solve the simultaneous equation. Next question. Now you have a word problem. This is 1.3. It took 2 teams of workers 20 days to lay down fiber together. 2 teams. All right. To lay down fiber together. If one team would take 9 days less than the other team to lay down the fiber on their own, how long will the faster team have taken to complete putting in the fiber on their own? Okay. So here is what we have. Let x be the time it takes the longest team. It takes the longest team to finish. And then x minus 9. The shortest team, the one team would have taken 9 less days than the other team. Okay, let x be the time it takes to the longest term, the term. Okay, now the faster term, x minus 9 is the time it takes the shortest term. The term with the shortest time. That's what I mean. Shortest time. Now together they take 20 days. All right, and this is how you work questions like this. You go 1 over the one plus 1 over the other one equals 1 over the time both of them take together. This is how you structure problems like this, and then you solve. This is a fractional equation, so we must, step number 1, find the LCD, the lowest common denominator. The lowest common denominator is very easy. You just take the denominators and multiply them together, so that will be 20x times x minus 9. That's our LCD. Now what we do is you multiply both sides and each one of the fractions by the LCD. Now if we multiply 1 over x by the LCD, the x's cancel out and you're left with 20 times x minus 9 as the numerator. Therefore, as a numerator. Therefore, 20 times x minus 9 plus, on this one, everyone cancels out, 1 over x minus 9 times the LCD will leave us the x minus 9's cancel out, and that leaves us with 20x. And over here, the 20 cancels out, and it leaves us with the other. So that will be equal to x in bracket, x minus 9. And all you do now is you clean that up, multiply out, and then take everything to the left hand side, add like terms, 20x minus 20 times 9. Let's go 20 times 9. That is 180. That is minus 180 plus 20x equals to x squared minus x9 minus 9x. Okay, take everything to the right hand side, add like terms. Let's remove this. Therefore, 0 equals to x squared minus 9x. And then you take everything on the left hand side to the right hand side. Minus 20x plus 20. Okay, 20 plus 20, that is 40. So you go minus 40x plus 180. Now you add like terms. 0 equals to x squared minus 9x minus 40x, that is minus 49x. That's 180. Now we factorize x and x. Alright, now let's find factors of 180. That will give us 49. So that's 90 times 2. Let's see, 180 divided by 3. 180 divided by 3, not plus 3. That's 60. So that's 60 times 3. Next, divided by 4. 45 times 4. 45 times 4 is the combination that gives us 49. So we don't waste time. Okay, now where do we put a minus? Where do we put a plus? Okay, all of them must be minus because when we multiply together, it will give us a positive, and when we add that together, it will give us a minus. Therefore, equate each one of the factors to 0 and solve like you would in a linear equation. Therefore, x equals to 4 or x equals to 35. And now you go back to the question. If one team would have taken 9 days less than the other team to lay down the fiber on their own, how long will the faster team have taken to complete putting in the fiber on their own? The faster team should take x minus 9 days. Okay, let's check. X minus 9 days. That will be equals to, okay, 4x equals to 4. 4x equals to 4. X minus 9, that will be 4 minus 9. That will give us negative 5, which is obviously invalid. Okay, and then for the other one, 4x equals to 45. 45 minus 9 will take us what? 45 minus 9, that gives us 36. All right, this one is a valid one. Therefore, it will take the fastest team 36 days. It will take the fastest team 36 days to finish. And that's how you solve that word problem. Next and last question. 1.4. Solve for x and y such that the sum x plus y, the product x times y, and the quotient x over y of these two numbers are all equal. You can choose whichever. Okay, let's take, we're told that xy equals to x over y. Let's take the product and the quotient. All right. Okay, that's equation 1. All right, let's work this one out. So cross multiply xy squared equals to x. Now divide both sides by x. Y squared equals to x over x, which is 1. Therefore, y squared equals to 1, meaning that y will be equals to plus or minus square root of 1, which is equals to plus or minus 1. Plus or minus 1. Now let's check which one works best for us here. All right, check. For y equals to positive 1, All right, the left hand side will be equals to, no, we substitute. Now check. Let's substitute, and then when we're done, we'll check substitute. Okay, for y equals to 1, x times y, x times y must be equals to x over 1. All right, therefore x equals to x. All right, let's check out the other one, x plus y equals to xy. Okay, x plus y equals to xy, we can call this equation 2. X plus y equals to xy. All right, let's see. X plus 1 equals to x times 1. X plus 1 equals to x. No, this is invalid. It's not possible. All right, so therefore the y equals to 1 falls off. Y equals to 1 is not a solution. It's not a valid solution. Okay, let's check the other one. Y equals to negative 1. Okay, substitute. Y equals to negative 1. Okay, left hand side, x times negative 1 will be equals to x over negative 1. Therefore, negative x equals to negative x. It checks out here. Let's try x plus 1. X plus y equals to xy. Therefore, x plus negative 1 equals to x times negative 1. Meaning that x minus 1 equals to minus x. Therefore, okay, take the x to the left hand side and the 1 to the right hand side. 2x equals to 1, meaning that x equals to half. Okay, let's check if it works out. Okay, check. X equals to half and y equals to negative 1. Okay, let's check this one. X plus y equals to half plus negative 1, which is negative half. All right, xy becomes half times negative 1, which is negative a half. This one checks out. Therefore, x equals to half, or y equals to negative 1 is the solution. This is the solution. And with that, we've come to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.